Only a handful of quarterbacks in NFL history have gone from franchise savior to franchise crisis this fast, and somehow Deshaun Watson might be rewriting that record in real time. Just a few years ago, he was being compared to elite names like Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. Now, fans are asking a brutal question: was it all a mistake? And here's the twist: this isn't just about performance. This is about pressure, expectations, contracts, and a locker room that might be quietly losing belief. Because just 2 minutes ago, everything changed, and the Cleveland Browns might be in deeper trouble than anyone expected. Deshaun Watson isn't just another quarterback. He was supposed to be the answer. Born in 1995, Watson quickly rose from a small-town kid in Georgia to one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in college football. By the time he entered the NFL, he wasn't just talented, he was different. Calm under pressure, explosive when needed, and capable of turning broken plays into highlight moments. When the Cleveland Browns made the bold decision to bring him in, they didn't just invest in a player, they invested in a future where Cleveland finally becomes a powerhouse. But that future came with baggage, massive expectations, a historic contract, and a spotlight brighter than ever before. Now, instead of leading a championship run, Watson finds himself at the center of controversy, inconsistency, and growing doubt. The hero Cleveland believed in is now the biggest question mark. So what went wrong? On paper, everything should have worked: elite arm talent, mobility, experience. But on the field, the results haven't matched the hype. Watson's performances have been inconsistent, flashes of brilliance followed by long stretches of struggle. Timing looks off, decision-making feels hesitant, and the chemistry with receivers still not where it should be. But it's deeper than just football. The system, the pressure, and the expectations are all crashing down at once. Every throw is analyzed, every mistake amplified, and every game feels like a test he has to pass. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Browns are stuck in a dangerous position. They've committed everything to him, financially and strategically. There's no easy way out. And when a team builds around one player and that player struggles, the entire system starts to crack. Now, the question isn't just, can Watson bounce back? It's, what happens if he doesn't? This is where the narrative turns brutal. Fans start whispering, analysts start questioning, and suddenly the tone changes. He's not the same player. He's overrated. Worst contract in the league. The media piles on. Every bad game becomes a headline. Every interception becomes a viral clip. And slowly, Watson goes from franchise QB to problem. Even comparisons start flipping. Instead of being mentioned alongside the elite, he's now being compared to struggling quarterbacks. The respect? Fading. And in the NFL, perception matters. Because once the label sticks, it's hard to shake it off. For Watson, this phase isn't just about losing games. It's about losing belief. But then, a spark. A game where everything clicks. The throws are sharp. The confidence is back. The movement looks natural again. Fans start to believe, maybe he's back. Watson leads a strong performance, big plays, smart decisions, a glimpse of the player everyone expected. Suddenly, the narrative shifts again. See, he still has it. This is why they paid him. Hope returns to Cleveland. The locker room energy changes. The crowd gets louder, and for a moment, it feels like the storm is over. But in the NFL, momentum is fragile, and just when things start looking up, everything crashes again. The very next game, disaster. Missed reads, costly mistakes, drives that go nowhere, and that same hesitation creeps back in. It's not just a bad game, it's a setback. The hope that was building, gone. Fans feel betrayed, analysts double down on criticism, and the question returns, louder than ever. Was that comeback just a fluke? For Watson, this isn't just about losing, it's about starting over again. Before the pressure, before the millions, there was a kid with a dream. Deshaun Watson grew up in Gainesville, Georgia, in a modest household. Life wasn't easy. His family faced financial struggles, moving between homes, trying to stay afloat. But football became his escape. From a young age, Watson showed something special, not just talent, but leadership. He wasn't the biggest or the fastest, but he had vision. He understood the game differently. In high school, he exploded onto the scene. Record-breaking performances, state recognition, national attention. College recruiters came calling, and Watson chose Clemson. That decision changed everything. At Clemson, he didn't just play, he dominated. He led his team to national championships, went head-to-head with the best, and proved he belonged on the biggest stage. By the time he declared for the NFL draft, he wasn't just a prospect, he was a future star. Watson's early NFL career was electric. Even as a rookie, he showed flashes of greatness, extending plays, making impossible throws, and leading comebacks that left fans stunned. Then came his breakout seasons, huge passing yards, touchdowns piling up, signature wins. He became the face of his franchise and one of the most exciting quarterbacks in the league. Defenses struggled to contain him. Analysts praised him. Fans loved him. Everything was pointing upward. He wasn't just good, he was becoming elite. And then, everything changed. As the spotlight grew, so did the pressure. Defenses adapted, mistakes became more noticeable, decision-making started slipping in key moments, and off-field distractions didn't help. Suddenly, the perfect trajectory started to bend. Small cracks appeared, and in the NFL, small cracks can become major problems fast. When Deshaun Watson joined the Cleveland Browns, it was supposed to be a fresh start, new team, new system, new opportunity to prove himself again. But this wasn't a normal move. This was a massive gamble, a record-setting contract, huge expectations, and a fan base desperate for success. His debut? Under intense pressure. Every throw mattered, every decision judged, and instead of easing into the system, Watson was thrown straight into the spotlight. This wasn't just football anymore. This was legacy. Game 1, strong performance, accurate throws, confidence visible. Fans, he's back. Game 2, sloppy mistakes, turnovers, missed opportunities. Fans, same old issues. Game 3, bounce back, clutch moments, game-winning drive. Hope rises again. Game 4, injury scare, limited mobility, performance dips. Game 5, return game, decent but not dominant, questions remain. Game 6, disaster, one of the worst performances. The media explodes. And this cycle keeps repeating. Good game, bad game, injury, criticism, again and again. For Watson, it's not just physical, it's mental. Every mistake adds pressure, every comeback raises expectations, and every failure hits harder than the last. The Cleveland Browns are stuck in this loop too. They need consistency, but what they're getting is unpredictability. Then comes the moment, a nationally televised game, big stage, big expectations, and Watson struggles badly. Missed throws, poor decisions, body language off. The cameras catch everything. Social media explodes. Criticism reaches a new level. This isn't just a bad game, it's embarrassing. And for the first time, you can see it on his face. Doubt. After hitting rock bottom, something changes. Watson steps back, refocuses, works on fundamentals. The team adjusts the system, simplifies things, builds around his strengths. It's not about proving everyone wrong anymore. It's about rebuilding, one game at a time, one throw at a time. Then it finally happens. A stretch of games where everything clicks. Efficient passing, smart decisions, leadership returns. Stats improve, wins follow. For the first time in a long time, Watson looks like the quarterback Cleveland believed in. And suddenly, the conversation changes again. But just when it matters most, another setback. A crucial game, high stakes, and things fall apart. Not completely, but enough to raise doubts again. So close, yet not enough. This time, it's different. Watson doesn't just respond, he evolves. More disciplined, more composed, more focused. He cuts out mistakes, makes smarter plays, leads with confidence. Game after game, he proves it. This isn't luck, this is growth. The biggest stage, everything on the line. Watson steps up.